Guys, hope you're well. So, part 10 is it? It's been a little while since the end of the last one, and I'll tell you for why. I just milled down the pins there. It was just the most accurate way to take the pins down without touching my carter. I didn't want to do it on a grinder, so I milled them down to within a fraction of a fraction down to the micarta, and then finished the whole thing by hand. But then of course they were a finished bronze, so like, you know, bright bronze color, and it was absolutely killing me because I wanted to antique them to match the rest of the furniture. But when I applied the antiquing fluid, as you saw in the last vid, it goes a bluish colour, and that blue was staining the micarta. I took the micarta to 1800 grit, to the point where it wouldn't soak, it wouldn't absorb the fluid, but then the finish on the bronze was so high that it didn't give it that nucleation point to colour. So I could either take back the micarta to the point where the bronze would take the solution, or I could take it. You can see where I'm going with this. Anyway, the upshot of it all was I finally figured out a way to do it, and what I did was I had to get in some brass rod, 1/8 brass tube, sorry, chamfer the inside with a die grinding stone just on the Dremel to give me a punch, and I used that punch to cut 1/8 holes in electrician's tape, which I then used to mask off the micarta so that I could colour the bronze, antique the bronze. So if anybody does that, you know, if anybody's thinking of doing that in the future, I know a couple of you guys have been inspired by this build, then that's what I did to antique the pins. So I'll show you the pins now. So everything now is matching. This is for all intents and purposes, the finished blade. Now obviously it doesn't have the edge. I'll be putting the edge on once the sheath is done, but this is the finished blade. So I hope you like it, guys. And again, I want to say thanks for coming along. I know a lot of you guys have you know, cracked the beer and binged the whole series. So, you know, that's a good, you know, hour, maybe 2 hours of footage there. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. But here we go. This is the end result of all that. I love it. I'm so happy with this. There is nothing that I can see that I'd need to change to make this, you know, better than what I perceive it to be. Yeah, so I'm being very cagey there about, you know, perfection and shit. But here we go. Now, also, there was another little bit of bronze machining. I didn't record that either. Again, like I say, you've seen plenty of that. Today's video is going to be about the sheath, but this is actually part of the sheath. It's going to be a belt sheath, and I've done this a couple of times now, where we have a little bronze keeper. Okay, and basically that stops the knife slipping through the belt as it's on. You'll see it on a lot of Bowie knives and whatnot, and that's what we have there, a little bronze keeper. So this is made with the same stuff as that, the phosphor bronze PB102, and antiqued as well. So I've shown a little picture of that on my Instagram as well. But that is the final piece of machining. All the machining is done now, and we are going to get on with the sheath. Now the sheath is going to be quite special. It'll have stingray inlays, obviously leather for the most part, hand stitched with the keeper, like I say, and then the whole thing is going to be set in a presentation box. Now I had the presentation box itself made for me out of walnut by a talented cabinet maker. It's lacquered walnut, beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and I will be fitting that out to basically fit the knife and the sheath, and then there's a little something extra that's going on top, so you have to stick to the end to see that. Oh, skip to the end to see that one. Whatever, I ain't gonna make you watch it. But yeah, the presentation box itself is going to be all part of the sheath process, and it's going to be very cool. It's going to add that last little touch. So what I'm going to do, it's a long, slow, boring process. I am going to grab myself some whatever royalty-free music fits the bill, and I'm going to set it up as a montage for you guys, so you can just watch the photos at key stages as we go through, and then I'll show you the final presentation at the end. All right. So I want to say thanks, guys, for everything. That, you know, all your comments, all your likes and everything. I will get onto the comments. I know I've neglected them. I'm hands up fucking awful at that. Okay, but I will get on them. I do read them all, and I do appreciate them all. And I know that, like I say, I've inspired some of you guys, and that is great to me. And I hope that, yeah, you've enjoyed coming along for the ride. Okay, it's been intense, but it's been enjoyable, and I'm never making another one again. Enjoy.